Good morning, students. Welcome back to online classes. Yesterday we started reading the story Dinner by Moonlight. It's a mysterious story of three boys who had gone on trekking to Kumau Hills and to which mountain in Kumau Hills, and over there at night they have stayed in the forest rest house, and the caretaker is telling them, the caretaker whose name is Black Hat, Kali Topi, he has a scar on his face and he is a one-eyed man. So he is telling them the story. How did he get the black hat? Black hat belonged to his Sahib, the magistrate, the judge, English judge, who was killed by a tiger, and the same tiger gave him that scar and left him one-eyed. So till this point we had read yesterday. It was yes, it happened very quickly. The magistrate, his assistant, and the two forest guards, I was one of them, were on foot on the trail down to Hanol when this tiger came out of the bushes very fast, very silent, and pounced upon the Sahib and carried him off. He took the magistrate, the judge, into the bushes. He jumped on him. He attacked him very silently, very fast, and he took him away. And what about you? The boys asked. What about you? What happened to you? Oh, I was up a tree. Up a tree means climbed up a tree in no time. Very fast I climbed up a tree, but not before the tiger had clawed out. Clawed out means pulled out one of my eyes. But before I could climb up the tree, the tiger had already attacked me and it had taken out my one eye. That was when I was trying to rescue the Sahib. Rescue means to save the Sahib, his master. None of us had guns, you see. So at that time, they were foolish. How foolish they were. They were going in a tiger area without guns, and that too on foot. And so that's why the chances of attacking a tiger increased many times for them. So that's what happened when they were going towards Hanol on foot. So the tiger attacked them. So they had no guns, you see. You don't chase an angry tiger with a walking stick. What did they only had? They had only walking sticks in their hand. They did not have any dagger, any knife, any gun with them. So that was a foolish thing to do on their part. So we waited until we thought it was safe, and then we went for help and found the magistrate Sahib next day. Not much was left of him. The tiger had killed the magistrate and he had eaten the magistrate fully. So they were not able to find him on the same day. They found him the next day, but not much of his body was left. Everything was eaten by the tiger. It was a man eater. It means the tiger was a man eater. All right. And the first in these parts. He was the first in those parts of the mountains. And there were cubs. There were baby tigers also. They too grew up to be man eaters. They also became, those cubs also, when they grew up, they also became man eaters. And the hat asked Rusty, what was the magistrate still wearing it? No, it was lying near the bushes where he had been attacked. He means the magistrate had been attacked. Look, there is a big scratch on it made by one of the tiger's claws. So one of the tiger's claws, the claw means the hand, the finger where the nails are there, the foot where nails are there, that cushion part is called claw. So with that claw, he had made a scratch on the hat. The boys came closer to look at the hat. Its wearer had no intention of removing it, so they had to stand round him to examine it. There was a big dent on one side. It could have been made by any sharp object. It sounded like a very tall story, but the boys decided to believe it. You could believe anything about Black Hat. Now, the boys came closer to look at the hat. Its wearer. Wearer means the caretaker, Kali Topi, had no intention. Intention means plan of removing it. He did not remove it, as he told them earlier that come what may, whether it is raining, snowing, he is outside the house, he is in the bed, he never removes the hat. So here also he again does not remove the hat. So all the boys had to stand around him to examine the hat, to see themselves that whether there was a scratch made by the tiger claw on the hat or not. So what they saw, there was a big dent, there was a scratch on one side, but it could have been made by any sharp object. So they saw that there was a scratch on one side, but it could have been made by any sharp object. It did not look like as if the tiger had made that scratch. And the story sounded like a tall story. Tall story means hard to believe. But still, they had to believe. They decided that they had to believe the story. So you could believe anything about Black Hat. So they decided like, okay, let's have trust on him. Let's believe that he's telling a true story. The dinner was a success. While they ate, various hungry animals gathered around them in the dark, but kept to shadows. They did not come near they were scared of fire. They did not come near the fire. They remained hidden in the bushes. The beasts means wild animals, were afraid of fire, afraid of humans, afraid of Black Hat. So they, because of his scar and being a one-eyed man, the animals, even the wild animals, were afraid of him. Every now and then means after intervals, Black Hat would throw a chapati or a bone in the dark, and the dogs would fight over it. Jackals waited their turn. Hyena was favored with a meaty bone of mutton. It appeared to have a special relationship with Black Hat. It waited patiently, laughing now and then, confident that some tidbit would come its way. The jackals would come for the leftovers after the feast was over. If there were any cats around, they stayed out of sight. So there were many wild animals like dogs. Black Hat threw sometimes in the middle. He threw a chapati or a bone in the bushes, and the dogs used to start fighting over it. See, there are two dogs fighting over a chapati. So there are jackals waiting in the shadows. They did not come near near humans, or because of they were scared of fire, they were scared of Black Hat, and they were scared of human beings. So all four of them, they were eating their dinner. And Hyena was a very special one for Black Hat, because he had a very special relationship with Black Hat, and so that's why he threw a bone full of meat of mutton towards him, and he waited patiently. He knew that some tidbit means a small piece of meat would come his way. He was laughing in between, and he was waiting. He waited patiently, calmly. And jackals, they waited for their turn, because they knew when the party was over, the leftovers will be. Leftovers means the food which was left in the plates by these four people, they would be attacking on that. They would be eating that food. So if there had been any cats, they stayed out of sight. They did not come near the fire, near human beings, and near hyenas and jackals. The caretaker kept the boys awake with tales of treasure, witchcraft, and strange happenings on Witch Mountain. Throughout the night, the caretaker told them stories, many stories of treasure and witchcraft. Witchcraft is the art of doing magical stories like witches or wizards doing magic or magical things or strange things happening on the Witch Mountain. There is a magic stone hidden up there. So he told them that there was a magic stone hidden in the Witch Mountain. A rare jade means light green color, and emerald is a precious stone brought from Tibetan China by an early traveler. Find it and you will be made for life. Made for life means you will have enough money that will last your lifetime. You do not have to work anything. You do not have to work out any for anything after that if you find that rare stone. And it had been brought from Tibet, the part which is in China, Tibet's part which is in China, by an early traveler, and he hid that stone on that Witch Mountain. And if you find that rare stone, your life is settled. You will never face the scarcity, the lack of money ever again in your life. Rusty and his friends hadn't come for a treasure hunt. But if there was a treasure to be found, why not look for it? So Rusty was thinking for himself that although Rusty and his friend, they had not gone on a treasure hunt, but still, if they found such a precious stone while they are trekking, then what is the harm in that? It will be good for them if they found that precious stone. They will be having lots and lots of money throughout their life. So this is the story and its explanation. I hope you have understood. Thank you very much. Have a nice day.